Face it, Tiff, you need me, otherwise you're stuck like this for good.
Take a look.
Hey Most Amazing Top 10 family, I'm your host Jade Arena and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. We all have things we hated growing up. I remember my sister hated Monopoly and Wii Sports because I would destroy her at them every time we would play. There was one time I got 6 strikes in a row during an especially devastating match of Wii Bowling and I went in her face and I went, six pack, because that's like what pops up on the screen. It was amazing. That was also the last time we played Wii Sports together. Thankfully our toys were only cursed with the sour attitude of my sore loser sister and not an actual demon, because we've got quite a few cases of that, and that's why I'm bringing you today's list of top 10 cursed toys that ruined lives. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Also stick around for the whole list because I'm doing some more pet shoutouts. It's my favorite thing to do because it's super dumb and I get to look at cute pets all day. If any of you at home want me to give a shout out to your pet, hit me up on Instagram, and if you need more Most Amazing Top 10 content, check out our Instagram page for Most Amazing Top 10. Anyone at home who wants to buy some Most Amazing Top 10 merch, check out the link below. Use the offer code MA10, which means you can get $5 off and a t-shirt for like 10 bucks, which is an amazing deal. And without taking any longer, let's get into this list. Okay, we're gonna be kicking off this list with a classic. For number 10, we have Annabelle. You all know her, you all love her. She's got a more successful movie career than Rob Lowe. So many of you at home are like, who the hell is Rob Lowe? And to that I say, exactly. I feel like most people watching this list know Annabelle. If you don't, I'll give you the spark notes on this hell sponge. She was a doll owned by a girl, the girl died, and either a demon or the girl's spirit is now attached to the doll, and anyone who owns it has their life ruined. It's said that the doll can drive you insane, kill you, and invade your dreams. She's been the inspiration for the Conjuring movies as well as the Annabelle spin-off movies. She is currently being held in a glass case blessed with holy water in a museum of the occult, which is owned by famed paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. They're keeping an eye on the little monster to make sure she doesn't take over the world. I know we put Annabelle on a lot of spooky lists, but she's super famous right now, and it felt wrong not putting her on a list of cursed toys. Like, Annabelle has to be on it. At number 9, we have LETTA. 200-year-old doll from Eastern Europe. I'm not surprised that this has a curse on it. Everything about that sentence says to me, stay away or your hair is gonna fall out and your skin's going to blister. Well, LETTA isn't that bad of a curse. She's not gonna make your body fall apart. She's more into the game of psychological torture. An Australian man by the name of Walton found LETTA in an abandoned house. Since when are we finding strange dolls in rundown houses and then taking them home? You're basically asking a demon to follow you home and fart in your cereal. After Walton brought LETTA home, some strange things started happening. People said they could see the doll move and he would find scuff marks on his floor as if someone had been walking around with tiny shoes. And his kids started having nightmares about LETTA. In these dreams they would see a life-size LETTA walk into the room. Walton tried to get rid of her once and he said when he went to sell it, he physically couldn't move the doll. Now he's a traveling roadshow. He'll stop in different towns to show off the doll. I guess it's like if you can't beat him, join him. Just be part of the doll, work together. At number 8 we have the blindfolded doll of Singapore. Some people found a creepy doll propped up against a tree with a blindfold on that had strange Arabic writing on it. This is every sign of something being cursed. I think even if you just did this to a regular doll, it would develop a curse out of thin air because all the pieces are there. No one knows where this doll came from or who dressed it up in such a creepy way. The Arabic writing on the blindfold says, "In the name of Allah," which some people think is a protection spell. So if you remove the blindfold, all hell will break loose and everything will be on fire for 1,000 years. That's just my guess. Oh, and just so you know, the doll is missing. She disappeared in 2015 and no one knows where she is. She's probably eating a human heart with that headless lady from the movie Hereditary. At number 7 we have Mandy the crying baby. This creepy baby doll from the 20th century has a spirit attached to it that hates other dolls and scream cries at night. You should keep this thing in your home as a tester baby to see if you're ready to have kids. Mandy was donated to the Quesnel Museum. The museum was happy to have her as they have an extensive doll collection and she would fit right in. The new owners at the museum didn't listen to the warnings though. The lady donating the doll said she wanted to give it away because it kept her up all night from its endless crying. Soon after Mandy had her spot in the museum, people started noticing strange things happening. First off, the crying was real. Then she would also knock over all the other dolls who were in the same display case as her. So much so that they had to give Mandy her very own case. She has a nice little 1-bedroom now. She doesn't need anything more than that. Like, who's gonna visit a satanic doll? However, she is a big tourist attraction. Ghost investigators from all over the world come through to check if the tales are real. At number 6 we have Joliet. A gift passed down from mother to daughter, always having the same outcome. Joliet is a doll that has been in the same family for generations. It has been passed down from mother to daughter 4 times, each ending the same way. Whoever receives the doll will give birth to a girl and a boy. The boy will die after being just 3 days old. His soul will be then trapped in the doll, and then the mother will give the doll to her new daughter. There's now 4 souls trapped inside this doll, and it said you can hear them all crying out at night. For some reason the family will not give up this toy. I mean, that's nice of them. Keep the curse within the family. Don't give it to an unsuspecting person. At number 5 we have Ruby. If you walk into a place called the Traveling Museum of the Occult, then you're going to be looking for creepy objects. And this cursed toy named Ruby is one of the centerpieces of this moving attraction. Ruby was originally just a normal doll, only looked creepy. But after the doll's owner, a little girl, died holding her, things started to get very strange. People couldn't pick up Ruby without feeling a wave of depression. It's even said if you hold her for too long, it will make you physically ill. At number 4 we have Elmo Knows Your Name. If you're unfamiliar with the Elmo Knows Your Name doll, it was an Elmo toy that you could teach small words to, like your name or sentences like I love you. There were similar toys to this like Furbies in the early 2000s. For whatever reason, a fad caught on with learning toys. People thought it would be cute, but everyone just taught them to swear in slang terms for genitals. Now in 2008, there was an Elmo Knows Your Name doll that got picked up by a couple of new parents who wanted to give it to their son James. James loved this thing. I think mostly because he was too young to understand what the doll was saying to him. But the parents didn't know either until they changed the batteries and found out the Elmo doll was spitting out some lovely sentences, particularly kill James. At least you know there are worse things out there that you can give your kids than tablets. Now I don't know if the next part is true, but apparently the Elmo doll had been saying kill James to the little baby for so long that he started reiterating the sentence. A very disappointing set of first words. At number 3 we have Old Man Puppet. This might be the worst purchase this man has ever made. Jane Harris bought this puppet of an old man. I guess he was a collector of weird things. A puppet of an old dude isn't high on my purchase list. I only have 1 set of sheets, so I feel like I have priorities before creepy dolls. Well, Jane must have several sets of sheets, maybe even 2 pillows, because he decided to dish out some cash for this strange puppet, and it wasn't long before he hated it. Not because of the terrible purchase choice, but because it tried to strangle him in his sleep. Maybe the worst way to die. At your funeral, everyone's like, dude, he died from a puppet. I always knew he was soft, but I never thought he was puppet homicide soft. Well, this freaked him out, but like most ghost believers, he wanted to get it on camera. So he locked this thing away in a puppet-proof glass case and then set up a camera. He filmed this thing for 3 months, and let's check out some of the footage. It's not getting up and banging on the glass, but maybe he's just camera shy. And it was still pretty creepy. It was moving on its own. At number 2 we have Robert. When it comes to famous haunted dolls, I would say Robert is right under Annabelle. This guy's just waiting for his movie deal to really kick off his career. Robert the doll was a gift for a boy named Robert from his Haitian nanny in the 1900s. It seemed like a very kind gesture, but apparently it was a revenge plot. The nanny had put a curse on the doll and then gave it to the boy. She did this because of the way she was treated by the family. The doll then began to torment the boy, whispering to him, laughing while he slept, and giving him the worst luck he could imagine. The doll tormented him until he was an adult, and then it was eventually donated to the Martello Museum in Florida. Now the doll sits there and is still cursed. If you ever go back to check out this doll, be careful. If you make fun of Robert or take a picture of him without asking, he will curse you with bad luck until you apologize. Imagine apologizing to a doll because spooky stuff started happening to you. That would suck. You could avoid all this by simply not going. Maybe it's a bad idea just to hang around cursed dolls. I don't know. You can avoid these simple problems. Alright, for the number 1 spot, we have a doll that can send you to the grave with just a glance. Peggy is locked away in a haunted museum down in the city of Sin, Las Vegas. The perfect place for a cursed doll. Now, legend has it, if you even look at Peggy, you're done for. She can apparently pass a curse over to you just from eye contact. It's even said that pictures of Peggy are strong enough with the force to give you some sort of displeasure. The curses range from upset stomach and dizziness and bad luck and stretch all the way to heart attacks. attacks. Are you serious? That's right, one lady said she had a heart attack just from looking at this doll. I want to know what this lady's food diary looks like before I call this thing haunted, but this is still very creepy. Misfortune has fallen on so many people who have looked at Peggy that you need to sign a waiver just to take a peek at her. The museum's like, yeah, if you get cursed, that's your problem. Don't complain to us. Go to a priest or something. You signed the contract. Alright everyone, that is our list, and as promised, I'm going to be doing some more pet shoutouts. You guys really seem to love it, so I'm going to keep doing it. Remember, you can hit me up on Instagram with a picture of your pet, and I will give them a shoutout. I have tons to do right now, so it might take me a little while to get to. First on the list, we have Montana and her cats Dino and Moonshine, her mouse Maxwell, her dog Fiona. There's a whole family of pets living in this girl's house. I am jealous. Mandy wanted a shout out for her dog Holly, who just had her 7th birthday. Look at that good girl with her birthday hat. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Another member of the Most Amazing Top 10 family wanted a shout out for her pug Pixie and her French bulldog Trixie. And Yvonne sent me this floofer, but didn't include his name, so I'm just gonna name him Dr. Jumanji. And finally, Ashley sent me a picture of her cat and also didn't include the name, but I'm gonna leave it to the comment section of what you think we should name this cat. This cat kind of looks spoiled and arrogant, so let me know what you think name fits with it. And everyone, that is all we have for you today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. If you need more Most Amazing Top 10 content, come check us out on Instagram. Until next time, I've been Shade Arena, and I need to get rid of all my cursed stuff.